The sound of laughter echoed through the cul-de-sac. Children playing, bikes racing, sprinklers spraying water across bright green lawns. But not everyone was happy. Because in the heart of this peaceful neighborhood, the HOA was watching. And one morning, a letter appeared on every doorstep. All outdoor toys are banned effective immediately. What started as a simple rule soon turned into a neighborhood-wide rebellion that no one saw coming. You can tell a lot about a neighborhood by how it treats its kids. When my family moved into Cedar Hill Estates, I thought I'd found the perfect place to raise my two children, Emily, 7, and Lucas, 5. Quiet streets, friendly neighbors, a small park at the end of the block. It looked like the kind of place where kids could still be kids. But that was before the HOA decided fun was a violation. It started small. A simple letter taped to our door. Dear resident, please remove any unsightly objects from your front yard. Toys, bikes, and children's play equipment disrupt neighborhood uniformity. At first, I laughed. I thought it was a misunderstanding. My kids' plastic slide and sandbox were neatly kept in our fenced front yard. I figured someone just didn't like the bright colors. But 2 days later, another notice came. This one with a fine. $150 for visual disturbance. Visual disturbance? For a sandbox? That's when I learned who was behind it. The HOA president, Mr. Dalton. He was retired military, neat as a pin, and allergic to anything resembling joy. He believed kids should play indoors, quietly. From that day on, it felt like we were under surveillance. Every time the kids left a toy in the yard, I'd get another email. A tricycle, a $50 fine. A basketball hoop, $200 fine. A kiddie pool, non-permitted structure. The HOA wasn't protecting the community, it was policing childhood. One afternoon, as Emily and Lucas played with chalk on the sidewalk, a golf cart pulled up. It was Dalton, clipboard in hand, looking disgusted. He didn't even greet me. Sidewalk art isn't allowed, it ruins the aesthetic. That night, Emily asked, "Daddy, are we bad for playing outside?" I didn't know what to say. I told her no, of course not. But something inside me broke. I'd bought this house so my kids could grow up free, not afraid. I called a few neighbors to ask if they were dealing with the same thing. Turns out, everyone was. Dalton had fined a family $300 for leaving a scooter on the driveway. Another mom got written up for having inflatable pool toys visible from the street. We all felt powerless until someone said the words that changed everything. What if we all stop following his rules? At first, I hesitated. The HOA had real power. They could put liens on homes, raise dues, even take people to court. But then I looked at my kids as sad faces and realized something. They were already taking more than money. They were taking joy. So the next weekend, we decided to fight back, quietly, but together. It started on a sunny Saturday morning. One by one, families brought out everything the HOA hated. Bikes, slides, water guns, sidewalk chalk. Within an hour, Cedar Hill looked alive again, like a neighborhood full of laughter and color instead of fear. Dalton drove by in his golf cart, his jaw dropping. "You're all in violation," he shouted. But this time, nobody moved. He tried to hand out citations, but people refused to take them. Parents stood side by side, arms crossed, watching him. The kids kept playing, giggling, drawing rainbows on the sidewalk. When he threatened legal action, one neighbor, Mr. Nguyen, a lawyer, stepped forward. "Actually, Mr. Dalton," he said calmly, "your rule about front yard toys wasn't properly ratified. It's not enforceable." Dalton froze. The crowd erupted in whispers. Turns out the HOA's so-called appearance policy was never voted on. It was just his own personal addition to the guidelines. He'd been bluffing the entire time. That night, the HOA board called an emergency meeting. More than half the neighborhood showed up, angry, fed up, and loud. Parents spoke about their kids being scared to play. Others demanded Dalton's resignation. It wasn't even close. By the end of the meeting, the board voted to remove him as president. The next week, something amazing happened. Every house on our street hung a small sign that read, "Let kids be kids." The HOA reversed every fine. The new president, a mom of 3, announced new rules. Sidewalk chalk allowed, toys in yards permitted, playtime encouraged. Cedar Hill Estates came back to life. Laughter replaced tension. Neighbors waved again. Even Dalton, months later, seemed different, quieter, less bitter. One afternoon, I saw him watching Emily and Lucas play with their chalk. He didn't say a word, but when he walked away, there was a faint smile on his face. That night, Emily drew a big heart on the driveway and wrote in pink chalk, "Thank you for letting us play." I stood there looking at it for a long time. Sometimes it is not about breaking the rules. It is about standing up to the ones that break you. Because at the end of the day, a neighborhood isn't made of fences or regulations. It is made of people who care enough to protect each other as happiness. If your HOA tried to ban your kids' toys, would you fight back or move out? Let me know in the comments.